Welcome back to the Keystone Fly Fisher. Today we're tying Ramsays Stonefly Nymph. This is the Perla. For the hook size, he's calling for a size 6 to an 8, and you want a 3x long shank, so he calls for a Tiemco 200. For the thread, tan 8/0 uni thread. I'm going to be using the wine color again just because I like it. For the tail, tan Goose Biots, overcolored with dark brown Prismacolor marker. I'm just going to use brown Goose Biots. I don't really see the need to color it with a marker. For the abdomen, creamy yellow Awesome Possum. I'm actually going to be using gold, just gold hare's mask for this. For the rib, he calls for a dark brown D rib. I'm actually going to use, so in this pattern that's on the screen here, it has oval tinsel, French oval tinsel, but I'm actually going to use monofilament to give it more of a natural look. And for the legs, I've got a Hen Hackle Ginger. And for the head, it's going to be the same dubbing that you use for the abdomen. And for the antenna, it's going to be the Goose Biots again, like you did for the tail. So as you can see on the screen, this is what the finished fly is going to look like. And let's get into it here. To save time, because this is going to be a relatively long tie, I already prepped the hook ahead of time. So this is a Tiemco 200R hook, which works just the same. It has a 3x shank on it, so it'll work just fine. And I used 0.010 lead wire and wrapped it around, and then I went through with hemostats to flatten it. And then after flattening it, I went over it with some more thread wraps to secure it, and then put on a little bit of super glue to kind of hold everything in place. So now that we're up to this stage here, we're going to tie in the thin skin. And again, you want the shiny side up for this. And you want to line this up with the hook shank, where again it's right in the middle. Take some turns up front, secure it down, and then work our way back till we're onto the bend of the hook and off of the lead buildup there. So now we're going to take our biots and we're going to tie those in for the tail. And when I tie in the biots, so that way they split out nicer, you want to put them so the curve is, they're curved away from each other, so that way whenever it's on the hook shank, it'll also stay like that. So before we do that though, we're going to put a little bit of wax on this thread here. We're going to grab a little bit of the dubbing from our hare's mask, and you don't need a lot here, just a little bit, because we're going to use this to split the biots for the tail. So go ahead and get your dubbing noodle, and then right at the end we're going to build this up. Okay, now we're going to tie in the biots. Make sure you get the same length here. That's what I'm, okay, and then I just put them on, get the length that I want, then I hold them together like that, a couple of turns, then position where you want them. Alright. If I can get this one to cooperate a little better here. There we go. Then take turns back to right before the dubbing. And check your thin skin at this point too. Make sure it's not too wide. So you want it to split like that. But at this point, you know, nothing's committed, so you can change that if you need to. So now we're going to tie in the monofilament. I'm going to use 3X, and I'm going to use the mono because I think it'd give it a more natural look and also provide the segmentation that we're looking for. So tie that in back here, and we're going to work this all the way up. Okay, like this. Build things up a little bit. Then we can cut off the excess for the biots. There we go. Okay. So get that nice and flush, and then work our thread back. Okay, now we're going to do our dubbing. And this is a pretty good size fly here, so I'm tying this on a size 10 instead of a 6 or an 8, so completely up to you on size of the hook. Biggest thing is you definitely want to make sure that you have a 3X long. I tied a couple on a 2X. It works, but it really gets tight in there, so start bringing our dubbing forward. And for the sake of not wanting this video to be too long, I'm going to try to hustle through this. Another thing you could do with this too, a dubbing loop would work really well. I'm not a huge fan of the dubbing loop, but it has its uses and applications, so I'm certainly not against it. Just I personally don't like to use it that often. So keep wrapping this forward. Nice tight wraps. Gonna pick out some more of the hare's mask. Okay. Again, keep working that forward. We're going to go about halfway. Building that up, and just get a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to pull the thin skin forward. Get right on top, secure that down. Okay, we're going to take our mono, make nice, tight, segmented wraps up to where we tied in the thin skin, and we'll secure that down. Here we go. Cut off the excess mono. cut off the excess thin skin. Okay, now I'm going to work the thread up here, build up a little bit of a thread base, kind of help cover some of this up. Nice and clean. Alright, so now we're going to take our thin skin, the excess that we cut off, and we're going to put that over top. Again, shiny side up. And let's check, because this is going to move forward, so I'm going to move that back a smidge. And then, again, wrap this in nice, tight, and even. Okay, just another turn or two back, or three. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. Okay, so now we're going to grab some more dubbing. And the thorax, you want it to be slightly bigger than your abdomen. So that's what we're going to build this up a little bit here. Again, you're going to use a lot of dubbing, so be prepared for that. There we go. Certainly don't be shy with it. Okay, and again, we're going to just build that up. Get out in front of it. Then we're going to take our hackle feather. And if you do this right with your hackle feather, you can actually get all the legs that you're going to put in for this out of one feather. So cut a notch, V-notch in it, like I've shown in other videos, like that. We're going to lay it on. What I like to do is actually tie in right where that splits, 2 wraps, pull up, and then toward the eye of the hook until the stem is covered by the thread where we cut it, and pull the legs down on each side of the dubbing. And we're going to work the thread up right to where the dubbing ends. I'll set those legs. Let me go ahead and cut that. And we're going to take the thin skin and we're going to go forward. And you don't want to pull this. Even Ramsay says in his book, don't pull tight, don't pull at all, just a nice wrap. I do 2 wraps. Then I pull back, I take 1 wrap in front, and pull back a little bit more here. 1 more wrap, oops. I can get that to cooperate a little better. There we go. And again, we're going to grab some more dubbing. This is where we're creating that segmentation in the fly. As you can see on this one. Oops. If I can get it to... So, on top, you can see that segmentation that we're going to create right here. So go ahead and grab more dubbing. Do the same exact thing. Get some more here. Fluff up the hare's mask. Okay. Keep building your dubbing noodles. Add just a little bit more. Oops. Okay, I'm going to actually work that back just a smidge. You don't want it too far out. I'm going to grab that same feather that we used for the first set of legs. Get another notch worked into it. Same idea. Gonna tie it in, 2 wraps right where they split, and they're loose wraps, they're not tight. Then pull up and again toward the eye of the hook till you get the length that you want. Okay, that'll be fine. Then gonna wrap that forward till we get up to the dubbing again. Cut off the excess. And we're gonna add a little bit of wax. And again, we're gonna pull this forward. Don't pull too tight. Just a little bit here. Again, 2 tight, secure wraps. We're going to pull that backwards. And actually, I'm going to tie that in a little bit closer back here. There we go. Pull that back. Take a turn or 2 in front. Okay, wax the thread. Get more dubbing here. It's kind of a rinse, wash, and repeat fly. Get our dubbing built up again. A little bit more. Like that. Okay. And we're going to grab that feather again. Again, I use the same feather all the way through on this. Go ahead and put it on top. And let's see here. Right about there. 2 turns. Again, pull it up and toward the eye of the hook. There we go. Get it to length. And this is very gentle because you can do like I just did right there, where it'll want to move on you. So again, pull that forward. Take some wraps forward up to the dubbing. Okay, I'm going to cut that off. And we're going to clean up this part up here. So you want to leave yourself some room for the head up front. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing again. Tie this in, 2 turns. Ooh, hook's slipping on me here. And get that tightened down good enough. There we go. Okay, we want to get that on top. Like that. Work it back. Okay. Then work your thread up to the front of near the eye. And this is where we're going to build up the head here. So go ahead and get some dubbing. And again, don't be shy here. We're going to build this up pretty good. Okay, just build that up. Then we're going to take our thin skin, we're going to pull it back over the top, and actually we're going to get a little bit more dubbing. We still need more here. Like I said, we want to really build that up in the front for the head. So leave your thread where it is when you get to the end there. And then we're going to tie in right where we left that thread. And you're going to want to make nice, tight wraps to tie this in. Make sure your thin skin lays flat here. Like that. I'm going to grab my whip finish. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull that tight. Make sure you get it real tight. And then we're going to tie in the antenna in the front. 2 more biots. Same concept. Except this time we're going to do one at a time. It just makes it easier, so get the length that you want. Put it on the side and secure. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Make sure you get it close to the length of the other one. And oh, that biot split on me. Grab another one here. Alright, couple of turns. Grab our whip finish again. We're going to take 3 turns over top. Okay. Again, get it nice and tight. Go ahead and clip off the extra thread. Get real close with the biots. Go ahead and cut those off. Do the same on this side. And there you go. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the epoxy. I like to apply it to the abdomen in the back here and on the head. Don't put it on the wing case, but I think it really helps add some magnification and really shows off the design on the thin skin. And you don't need a lot, you just need a little bit here. A dab will do you, I guess is how you can say it. Now I'm going to put some on the head and the thread. There we go. Take our bodkin here, spread it out evenly, make sure you get it into the thread like that, and then be careful not to get any on your legs from the hackle, and spread that around. Make sure it's a nice even coat. Okay, then we're gonna give it a flash of the UV for about a second. Then we're gonna wait about 15 seconds, roughly, and then we're gonna put it back on. Make sure you really get that head area, get that abdomen. Okay. So now that's set. And then I've got that little patch there, that little extra tag in there that can go. So we'll get that, clip it off. There we go. And then just for a little bit of extra, this is probably overboard, but I don't care. I'm going to put some head cement on the bottom thread here. And that is Ramsays Stonefly pattern. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you out. It's a lot of fun to tie. It does take a little bit, so make sure you have time when you sit down to do it. And thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.